I'm happy. I've got new pets.
You do. You have new pets. Drift has new things. What's up, Goblin? Welcome in.
Hey. Steady as always.
Brairen's got
You
new
have new pets
things.
for now.
Don't you dare. Don't you fucking dare.
How's everybody doing tonight?
Pretty good.
It's Wednesday. Roots of Ruin campaign. I'm definitely wide awake, so is Gimli. We definitely weren't napping before session.
Who naps before session? God, imagine that.
Amber Minfa will be here shortly to play Nyx. It is the night that she works a little late, so we'll grant her some grace to get here. But in the meantime, Fox has some quick announcements.
I do have some quick announcements. We're Quest and Jess, and if you haven't heard, we're almost at 300. Nope, wrong number. We're almost at 200. We're almost at 200 followers on Twitch and on YouTube. So if you're on either of those platforms, share, spread the word. We're excited. We're gonna think of some stuff to do once we get to that goal. Maybe I'll put the word out, see if you guys want to vote for something or the other. So yeah, we are looking forward to that. You can check out, as I mentioned, our Discord. We have a Discord, we have a YouTube, where we upload past broadcasts and one-shots. We also have, not just twice a week, but sometimes 3 times a week, we stream sessions. So today will be Roots of Ruin, and then on Sunday will be Herald of Rain. And then again, this coming Tuesday will be When Nine Lights Rise, followed once again by Roots of Ruin, always at the same time, same channel. So come join us for any of the 3 flavors of campaigns that might suit your needs. And sometimes we do other stuff. Little talk shows. So keep your eyes and ears peeled. We also have other content. Azra does TikToks once in a while, which we sometimes post on our YouTube shorts as well. So give them a like, give them a follow. We appreciate it. And Springer does knives. Springer, what is today's knife?
Scissors. Sorry,
God damn
I put my knives away, and I don't know exactly where they are right now.
And that is why you coordinate beforehand. His knives are gorgeous, and I guess soon scissors will be coming into the store.
I want to make scissors. It's one of the things I want to try soon.
I am a big fan of scissors, especially kitchen scissors. Underrated tool. So I will be supporting, and you can too. Follow him at the link that we just dropped in our Discord.
We need to do like the big chunky like fabric shears.
Oh God,
the ones that cut through everything.
Yeah. Dude, those ones make me so happy. Don't ask me why, it just sparks joy.
I will say there is something special about having a razor sharp pair of scissors that just crisply cut through whatever you're trying to cut. It's such a, it's such a vibe.
You get that no matter what you cut, you just get the classic like
yes. Yep.
Starting up today on a good note.
Well,
we're all normal, right?
Yes, we are all normal.
I believe Braren did the recap last time. So, Drift and Nalvinia, which one of you would like to do the recap today?
Boulder, paper, shears.
Donnie said not me, so go for it, Nalvinia.
Honestly, I don't remember exactly what happened last time, so...
That's why you take notes.
You want to know what notes I wrote down? Went to see Rudy Weatherford. Pale blue, almost gray. I'm not writing that down mustache. Pirates call themselves the Iron Tide. Nathaniel Nutter is a traveling merchant / pet vendor. That's it.
What's funny is I didn't have a name for him, and then you guys were going there, and I was like, oh crap, I didn't give him a name. And I just went with the first thing that came to mind, completely not thinking about Nalvinia and Nathaniel the Nut. So
Fate is funny. Fate is funny in that way. And it's Nathaniel the Nut. Thank you very much.
That's what I said.
Put some respect on his name. He's a part of this party. Speaking of this party, this is what happened last session. We started off with Nyx talking to her dad. That's why she had to leave. Drift was on babysitting duty, so we went to Weatherford's house, Weatherford, with a broom type mustache, apparently. Started flirting with Bran in front of Nalvinia's poor eyes, and he gifted Bran with an extendable wand that helps in fishing. Interesting. Anyways, more interesting, we found out there's an exotic pet dealer by the name of Nathaniel Nutter, which me and Nathaniel were extremely excited about, 'cause fated, obviously. Drift got a potion called Gin and Tonic. Bran asked about... He went to talk a little bit more, and I wasn't eavesdropping. We were just making conversation extremely closely to the door, which happened to be the door that the other two were inside, and he came out later. Didn't hear what it was. Over the table, it was something about a drowned chorus. Anyways, Nathaniel was a gnome, and he had this sick-ass shop, and he had 2 pets, and he asked us to choose between a lizard wizard and a hamster that doesn't age. And, we chose both. Because choices are bullshit. We chose both, and they're all loved equally and valued.
You know when she says we, she's talking about both of her characters, right?
Anyways, so the lizard is named Gizzard, the lizard wizard, and I have named the inconspicuous hamster Spam. Although I'm considering Spamster, the hamster. It's kind of up there.
I do like Spamster.
Right?
Because you could always call him Spam or Spammy for short.
Right?
I feel
Spammy
like
the Hammy?
Navani would go more for Hammy the hamster.
No, Spamster.
No, she has
Spamster.
taste. All right.
I have taste. You're making me too basic. Anyways, back to... We also know that at some point we will be getting payment from Lady Valerie for our quest. We just haven't gotten it yet.
That's what I
Yes, we
forgot.
will be getting payment.
Sly in search of the DM. Don't forget to pay us.
Give me Michael.
Yes.
Anyways, we went to a casino called the Dragon's Hoard where we got fucked up, and Novinia had crazy luck. And by crazy luck, I mean crazy talent. Just can't lose. It's crazy. And at some point, Nyx joined us. Bran decided he wanted to go get a massage. We know he really met with the Admiral and had some good times. He had trouble walking afterwards. It was interesting. And then there was some trouble brewing. There was this guy by the name of Skewer, and he had a shrimp on his arm, so I'm gonna call him Shrimp Skewer. And apparently he had like fake chips or something, and there was a whole big thing, and they had to chase everybody out, lock down the whole casino, and now there's 30,000 gold pieces worth of counterfeit chips somewhere, and we're on the case because we're detectives. And Nyx decided her uncle Silence was the one to go to, and I think that's where we started to head to.
Oh shit, I definitely remembered Silas as well. All right. Yeah. So, while you guys are on your way to go meet with Silas, I'm going to buy some time by saying Lady Valerie sends a messenger for you to meet at the Manatee and Patisserie. Place you are all familiar with, a lovely little tea shop.
Isn't it late at night right now?
Yeah. Doesn't mean you can't have tea.
You never had a cup of tea at night, Bran?
No, not really.
It's gonna help with that muscle soreness.
If I have any caffeine, I'm just jittery. I don't really.
Fortunately,
drink that much.
this time of night they tend to switch the menu over, and they have a late night menu. A little bit more of like sandwiches rather than their normal pastries. You look at the menu, they have a couple different herbal teas that are caffeine free. Things with like lavender and different things, echinacea, things to help you sleep. You know, help you kind of get ready for bed. You guys find a... Yeah?
I have a proposal. Do they have something called bubble tea?
You know, there is a new drink that they have been messing around with that has kind of these little gelatinous bubbles in them. They don't have a real name for it yet, but you are treated to this lovely, sweet, milky experience in whatever fruit flavor you'd prefer. But
That's
you
what I
guys,
get.
you guys sit down, and Lady Valerie strolls in shortly to meet with you. She places a nice little wooden box, little chest on the table, you know, maybe like 4 inches by 3 inches, and pushes it across over to you guys.
Well, how's Han doing?
Han is still recovering. Seems that until he's through the withdrawals, he won't be able to recover from his beleaguered state. And they believe it might be another week before he wakes up. I must say that there's a sick part of me that wishes that he had been cheating on me. I feel terrible for not being there for him. And I feel that I owe you a large sense of gratitude. I hope that this reflects that. So I'll take care of your drinks and your food for the evening. And I'm going to go spend some more time with my husband. She
Right, girl.
gets up to walk away. If you open the chest, you'll find there's about 300 gold pieces inside.
That's a lot of gold.
Straight into the party loot?
Oh, yeah.
You guys are able to enjoy this moment, this little bit of reprieve after kind of a busy evening. Drift, you figure it's probably better to visit Silas in the morning. Granted that the casinos are already shut down, it's not a conversation that necessarily would need to be had tonight.
Yeah, there's no rush on this necessarily.
I will say, does anybody have any business they would like to take care of? It's evening. The sun has set. It's 9, 10 o'clock at night in Stilthaven. That doesn't mean there aren't things to do. A city with a bustling port, a thriving nightlife. There's bars, there's casinos, there's clubs.
All the shops would be shut down, right?
There is a bit of a night market that does take place in the floating market, but it's a lot smaller than normal, so it'd be a little bit harder DC if you're looking for anything specific, but it's not that there aren't people there shopping or doing things.
Well, Brian is looking for something specific from a leather crafter. Nothing too complicated, but if we're headed back towards the market or past it, that he'd like to stop in. But otherwise, Brandon just says, let's just rest for the night and come back in the morning.
You guys are in the floating market right now. That is where the Manatee and Patisserie is.
All right, Brand would like to look for a kind of a leather crafter or someone who makes leather goods.
Yeah, make me an investigation check. See if we can find somebody that is doing that kind of work this late.
As
Plus
we're leaving,
0. That's a natural one.
Wait. Oh, shit. Sorry.
You find a lot of leather workers that all have a closed sign on their shop. Nobody open right now doing any real leather working. There are some vendors who sell leather goods, but immediately at a glance at them, these are people who buy leather one place and then sell it here, or buy leather items somewhere and resell it here. They're a middleman. So,
well, They're just resellers and not actually
Yeah,
vendors.
they don't actually work with leather. They're just selling leather. If you're
Well, I'll look if they have it. I'm looking for 2 tiny collars, different color collars, leather collars. If you had to know, one would be lizard size, one would be hamster size.
got it.
Burn, look, this one's red leather and yellow leather. This should be perfect.
I'll say you could probably find one that would fit the lizard for about 5 silver, but nothing standing out that would fit the hamster at this point. Seems like that's a little smaller than most people usually buy a collar for.
Well, can I buy 2 for the lizard and then drill holes in it
Yeah,
to
if
make
that's
it
what you
smaller?
want to do, yeah.
Then that's what Brandon is going to do. He's going to buy 2, if he can, 2 different color collars. But
Yeah, you tell
if
me
not,
what color you want.
one is black, one is tan.
Perfect. Anybody else
I wanted to say, as we were leaving the manatee and patisserie, I would have said, the waffles are really great. Bubble. Bubble? Bubba. Bubba.
The Kenku looking at you just shakes her head and says, Bubba. Bubba?
Bubba tea.
Bubba tea. Like perfect imitation of you. Go ahead, make an intelligence check for me real quick now, Vinia.
Intelligence check? Okay.
Mhm.
This is going to be great.
I'll see how well you know Kenku.
14.
14. Sorry about the black bar of doom. 14. You think you remember something about Kenku speaking strangely, but you can't remember exactly what it is about Kenku.
It's rude to point out strange things, or so I've learned.
You're not sure if she's mimicking you to make fun of you or if she's actually trying to repeat what you're saying.
She doesn't seem the insidious kind, I don't think.
Sure.
I'm just gonna wave and leave with the others.
Let's see. You will all need, well, Drift doesn't, but Nalvinia and Braren, you guys will need to go back to a hotel. Doesn't seem that you were invited back to the Vesperax Manor tonight. Are you guys looking for cheap accommodations, middling accommodations?
I'd say middling.
We're rich now.
Okay, let me pull this up here. Let's see. There is the Plank and Spank Tavern in the harbor. You would also know of a nicer place called the Siren's Call Inn up in Mira's Bastion. In the floating market, Storm's Eye Brewery also does have a tap house and inn attached to it as well. It's a little bit of a tourist attraction here.
Well, now, Vanessa, should we go to the Siren Call Inn so we're near to the Vesperaxes in the morning?
That's exactly what I was thinking, Bran. Away we go.
All right, you guys make your way to the Siren's Call Inn. It is, to put it plainly, bougie. You walk in, there are attendants everywhere, kind of looking down their noses a little bit at your attire, but, you know, not necessarily saying anything as they are a professional staff. Are you guys looking for one room or two for the evening?
Bunk buddies?
Let's go 2 rooms for tonight.
Okay.
How much would that be?
Sounds good.
Let's see. 2 rooms. Are you guys looking for breakfast delivered to your room in the morning? Or do you plan on meeting up with...
No breakfast. We'll meet up with the Vespraxes in the morning.
Free breakfast.
The lady standing behind the counter. Nice Fire Genasi woman. Very nice flowing dress. Looks at you and goes, well, we have 3 rooms available. There is the captain's quarters, which is 5 gold for the evening. There is the Pearl Suite, which has 2 bedrooms and a private balcony. That is 15 gold for the evening. And there is the Leviathan Penthouse. It's 50 gold for the night, but it's the entire top floor of the building. It's a very beautiful view of the harbor.
Wait, there's one room that has 2 bedrooms in it?
That would be the Pearl Suite.
I guess that's what we're going to do. Yeah.
Let's do that.
Okay, you
I'll pay
guys...
for that.
You guys make your way into this very luxurious room. Really, it's more than a room. It's 2 rooms and kind of a little living area all in one. As the door shuts behind you, as you're walking through the hallway, there's a couple people moving around. It's still early enough that people are leaving, coming to and from the taverns. You hear chatting in the hallways of people mingling over business, and as the door swings shut, it is perfectly silent in your room.
Now, Vinia, I wanted to apologize earlier for my freak out about the hamster and the lizard. That was just weird on my part, and I'm sorry for doing that. So I got them gifts, and he's going to take out the 2 collars. Here's some collars for your new pets, so that they're kind of welcome them in and make them part of the family.
That is the sweetest thing I have ever seen. I'm sure Gizzard and Spamster are excited. Aren't you, buddies?
Gizzard and Spamster, okay.
Now, Vinny, are you going to put the collars on them right now?
Yeah.
Go ahead and make me an animal handling. Make me 2 animal handling checks.
I gotta show it out. Okay, animal handling. The first one's a 9. And the second one is a 5.
Yeah, they're struggling. It's gonna be real difficult.
Oh boy. Guys, come on. You're embarrassing me in front of my new friends. I'm sure they'll love it, Brian. Maybe they just need some time.
Maybe if you try switching them, they're different colors. Maybe they don't like the colors.
Huh.
You could roll again if you'd
Try
like.
the other way. Okay. Wish I could roll real dice, but I haven't pulled those out yet. I'm just gonna roll at advantage, and then we'll see. Better. One was a 20, and the other one was a 15.
Yeah, they seem to like the swapped colors.
So which color went on which? I'll leave it up to you.
Well, Gizzard like the tan one. Spamster is a darker, edgier little fellow.
Okay.
What color is Spamster? I'll leave that up to you. What color of
nice
hamster is he?
Sandy. He's a nice little sandy fellow. Very cute, very golden little fluff ball. And now he has this little black collar. He's an edgelord at heart. I mean, look at him.
Yeah. As you guys are bedding down for the evening, you can all take a long... Oh, go for it.
I want to do something. I'm going to wait 20 minutes. I'm going to go into my room, door shut, pretend like I'm meditating. And then after 20 minutes, I'm going to cast Locate object on the black collar. And I'm going to just check to see if that little fucker's running around doing something weird.
Nalvinia, what are you zonking out first thing?
Yeah. Dude, the bed is comfortable as fuck. I'm just...
And are you
She is still drunk.
Are you keeping the creatures in their cages, or are you letting them out to wander the room?
Cages? What am I, a prison guard? What the fuck? Absolutely not. Freed room.
Alright, let's see. So
No,
you
Vinny
cast
doesn't like to be
Locate
caged.
Object, and you're specifically looking for the black collar that was placed on the hamster.
Correct.
It
And-
is moving around. It does appear to be, from what you can tell, in Nalvinia's room somewhere.
Okay. And after 10 minutes, if nothing happens, Baron's going to wait 5 minutes and do it again.
Okay. You cast it again. It is still moving around in Nalvinia's room. Eventually,
So
it
far,
finds
so far
a
Brent has
spot.
casted Identify and Locate Object, right? On Gizzard?
I haven't casted Identify on it.
Oh, what was... Detect Magic?
It was Detect Magic.
Yes. Detect Magic. Yeah.
Just check.
The hamster eventually hits a spot while you have the spell up that it stops moving, or at least the collar stops moving.
Okay. Baron doesn't trust it, but he's not busting down the door yet. And then, having lost an hour on that, Baron's going to go into his meditation.
As you go into your meditation, nothing happens. And you guys are able to take a long rest. Drift, you head back to the Vesperax Manor. Make a perception check or intelligence check, your choice. You could also do insight for this, I guess.
That is 22.
22. You notice as you approach the Vesperax Manor that there appear to be more of the Twilight Hand on guard than normal. Not a, terrible amount, but it definitely seems like they've doubled up on the guard.
Makes sense.
You make your way to your private quarters. You have a chance to stop by the kitchen if you'd like anything to eat, or
I was actually gonna see, does the family have an armorer?
they don't have an armorer on hand, but they have armorers that they work with closely in the city who would drop most projects in favor of a Vesperax project.
Okay. That I'm assuming would be something to wait until tomorrow, so that's fine.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I think Drift would just be the type that he's fine with the food that they brought out, so he's just gonna head up and be munching on, I don't know, stale bread.
Sure. You're able to go and meditate for your 4 hours and take a long rest. Nyx, we're gonna do a little hand wave, timey-wimey thing.
Sure.
We're gonna go back a day. You are standing in your father's library. Only you and your father inside. He's dismissed the guards. The normal balcony open to the The courtyard is closed at the moment, and looks like the roof has been fixed at this point in time. It's just you two in there, and he is sitting at the desk and doing some paperwork, and he looks up as you come in and points across his desk towards a chair.
I sit.
He finishes writing whatever he's doing and looks up at you. It is good to see you, my daughter. How are you?
I'm doing very good, Father. It has been an interesting couple of weeks.
And how is this group you've been traveling with?
We're pretty good. We have some kinks to work out, though. I'm used to only working with Drift, so some of our strategies don't work as well when you add in other people.
That is growing pains.
Yes.
Is this a, do you think you can trust the other two?
I think I can trust them to be a little bit chaotic, but I don't think they are bad people. I think they are trustworthy for the most part.
Do you think you can manage them if I need them to do more things in the future?
I believe it should be probably not so bad. The one thinks I am a princess.
Your father kind of little grin across his face because he knows you hate it, but he looks up and he goes, "But you are my princess."
Yes, Father, but I don't like it when he insists that I should wear a dress and go dancing.
Well, then you're
But
not going to like what I have to say.
Well, I told him that I would go and wear a dress if it was for you, and you only.
That makes me happy to hear, because I have bad news.
Oh, great. He will be very happy then.
I have made arrangements with Samson and Sons. I will be buying the Razor fan to add to a small collection of ships that I maintain. And as part of that, they plan to make a new ship for next year's regatta. But this year is short on time to find a crew, so I have volunteered you and your friends to act as part of their fighting force. As part of that, you must go to the... Oh my god, I have a name for this. Hang on. Hang on.
Dance, you must be feeling very proud of yourself.
You must go to the Phantom Fleet Gala. And you would know the Phantom Fleet Gala is a large masquerade that is generally held the night before, or the day before, the evening before the race. Most the influential people in the city will be there, along with all of the crews that race on the ships who are there to mingle with the rich folk who are going to be betting on them during the entire race event. As such, he extends you the offer that you may pick a dress out from whatever dressmaker you would like in the city, and he will pay for it. Drift and Brairn are expected to wear either fine suits or tuxedos, whichever they'd prefer, but they'll have to furnish their own, along with Nalvinia must wear a dress as well, and you will all be required to source masks for yourself for the masquerade. It always kind of has a ghost theme. You would know this because it is there to honor the people who have passed in both the race and just the history of the Stiltshaven Armada. So it's kind of this weird kind of ethereal undersea kind of theme to everything. There's a lot of turquoises, a lot of blues. Very ritzy, fancy colors. Event. And you will likely be required to dance during the gala as part of a crew, and not only that, but part of a well-known boatmakers crew.
Am I the only one that's getting the dress paid for?
Yes.
Okay.
You can
So
go
I
to the
can
fanciest dressmaker in the city and have it made however you want, because you are daddy's princess.
Cool.
Everybody else has to source and furnish their own clothing for the evening. I would assume that Drift, you've probably been to the event before as part of Nyx's bodyguard detail, so you likely have a tuxedo on hand. If you want to get something nicer, you're welcome to. But Braren and Alvinia, you guys will both definitely have to. Now, back to the conversation at hand. Your father goes, that is not the most unpleasant part of the business I have today. And you see his face kind of grows really stern. There's like a little wrinkle in his temple. And as he's thinking about what he wants to say, you recognize that your father, you look out over him for the first time, and it looks like having more recently taken over the business from your grandpa. Or, sorry,
Yeah.
I have that backwards. Having been in charge of the business for a long time, and being now in a position of stepping up to the directorate soon, you're looking at your father, and for the first time in a while, you notice that your father has aged. Likely the stress of running the family for as long as he has, as well as, news of what, dealing with the sinking of the Gilded Gull weighing on him a little bit. It looks like maybe he hasn't slept very well recently. Just little hints of crow's eyes, the hair starting to gray just a bit. And he looks at you and he says, my daughter, I am worried. I think somebody might be trying to come after the family. And given what happened with the Gilded Gull, I'm worried that they might be within our organization. Or at least have means to involve people who know about our dealings. If you think you can trust your friends, I'd like you to investigate for me. Outside of normal channels.
Of course.
I think it might be in your best interest after the regatta to go to Mythos and speak with... let me find it here. Where'd it go? Oh my god, I lost my plates and my notes. Hang on.
And Mythos is another city?
Mythos is, Mythos is another city. If you look at the map, it's called Mythos and Logos. You would recognize that as a place your mom's told you stories about. It's kind of two cities intertwined, both of them, the city being, it's one city, 2 in 1, both of them being dedicated to the study and the pursuit of knowledge. Logos being more focused on the logical, and Mythos being more interested in the practical application of knowledge. And he tells you to find more in luck. And I'll put this name in chat for you all. He is a mage who dabbles in many things, including the divination magic required to make new slot machines for casino-like prototype that was destroyed. Yeah. I don't think I hope he didn't screw us over, but, put the, how you say, screws to him? And see if he told anybody about it. And if not there, then maybe visit Gearite. where the prototype was created. Although Morin dealt with the people there, it was not, we did not have direct involvings with people who made it to, hide things from, compartmentalize. That's the word I'm looking for. But I don't want you to leave until after regatta.
Of course, Father.
If,
The,
go
what,
ahead.
What is authorized?
Well, if you find he was negligent, hold him accountable, but he is good mage, has done good work for us in past. If you find he was more willful in his any involvement in spreading family business, then do what needs to be done.
And if I find that it has been somebody else and I find them, what?
Then make sure that he knows his employment will continue with us. You have more work for him in the future.
Wonderful.
Now, if you are going to be operating outside of normal means with new crew, I have gift for you. And he pulls out this little metal box and sets it on his desk and slides it over. And if you pop it open, it's got a couple of sending stones in it.
Oh.
And by a couple, I mean 4 sending stones.
One for each of us?
Yes. And the way I do sending stones, I like to picture them as more of a walkie-talkie than you have 3 shots to cast the sending spell. This being one of the few types of magic that was saved from the collapse of civilization prior, some sort of high magic era, they found a way to make these stones that are able to work constantly throughout a day.
Nice.
He slides the box over to you. Daughter, it is good to see you. And I'm worried that, seems like we are fighting on back foot. Somebody is coming after the family and we don't know who. And they are already dealing blows to our business, and we have no clue who we are fighting. This is very important.
Yes. Hopefully, Morin will have some information for us.
I hope so. I also heard Adrift was asking... Oh my god, I forgot his name. The guy who trains you, Drift.
Thorn.
Drift has been asking Thorn about the sword. It was purchased by your grandfather in Mythis long ago from Sword Vendor. At the time, we did not know that it had any latent magical potential. It was just pure black sword. It was very strange. But maybe the wizards there have some sort of knowledge that could be beneficial to Drift.
Let him know, Father. That is very good to know. He has had some interesting... Oh no, I don't know that. Never mind.
If you think you can handle all of this, it would make me very happy, very proud of you. And it would go a long way towards... wrapping this all up would go a long way towards you taking over the business. Would be a good way to prove yourself and maybe lose the daddy's little princess moniker.
Yes, that has been haunting me a little bit for my entire life. But I do understand where they come from, but I am also my own person.
At some point, the princess can become queen.
This is true.
The difference is respect.
This is true. Bran is going to be so impressed with himself. He's going to be... Now, the one thing I have to say, with him thinking I am princess, is it means he defers to me naturally. It's wonderful.
That sounds like lovely, man. If not a little overzealous in his pursuit of knowledge.
Yes.
I heard he tried to walk into my library naked. The guards were not impressed. Make sure he learns appropriate manners.
I will do my best, Father. I think out of everything, that might be the hardest part, is teaching them the manners.
Yes, the other one is quite a handful.
She is very innocent, though.
Very naive.
Childlike. Yes, childlike.
That is true. And you're able to continue and have this kind of pleasant moment with your father for a little bit longer, where, you know, at that point the conversation just goes to whatever you two would normally talk about in private. It's a rare moment that you don't have to talk business any longer and get to just enjoy a little bit of time with your father. And then we'll hand wave. The whole casino thing happens. You come back home with Drift and head to bed for the evening, and you all wake up in the morning having taken a long rest and with new things to do. I believe you guys were heading to go meet with Silas?
Booty, one quick question while we're still looking at the map.
Yes.
Is this Center Island where the pirate port was marked?
Yes.
Okay, so it's way out there. It's not somewhere kind of close.
No, it is way out there.
Okay.
When we decide to travel to Mythos and Logos, what is the best way? Is it overland or around?
That would depend on your circumstances. Generally, the ships would be the preferable route, especially leaving Stiltshaven and having direct access to booking with the Stiltshaven fleet and finding a ship to leave. It ends up being safer because you only have to deal with the storms and and sea creatures, but that's rare. Storms, currents, things like that your ships and sailors are built for. Going across land, while it's shorter, also the measurement's going to be way off because I don't know how to adjust that on Foundry.
Oh, good.
Each of those tiles being about a week's worth of travel.
Oh, wow.
It is a much longer journey. So it's 2 months across land, roughly. The hex pattern isn't perfect. It's 4 months around on the sailing vessels. Being said,
it's how long across land?
It's like 2 months across land, and it's about twice that to go by sea.
Right.
Because you're going faster by sea, but you have a longer distance to travel.
Right.
Going across the land, it is done. It's not like there aren't caravans that do go. You could likely find a caravan passing to there and maybe pick up employment along the way doing that, or
That's a good idea.
You can also potentially get on board a ship doing the same. It just depends on what you figure would be better for your group.
Right. Okay. Thank you.
You guys make your way to Silas's in the morning.
Actually, before we would head out, Drift would actually specifically go out, like wait for Nyx, and he wants a conversation.
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah, I would have wanted to fill Drift in before we meet up with the other two anyway.
Okay.
I will just say, like, I don't know if we need to like go over that all entirely, but the moment you say Drift, you need to wear a tux, you just watch all life vanish from his face.
Yes,
He's
I'm
just
not
like,
looking
Actually,
forward to it either.
roll a luck check for me, Drift. Or no, I'm gonna roll. You tell me. Do you want high or low?
hi?
You want high? Okay. I rolled a 27. So you, in having this conversation, you remember the last time you wore your tux, somebody did make a fool of themselves, and there's a couple knife holes in it. You could probably get it patched up, but one of them's rather large, and it would, even a good seamstress would caution you that it would be very noticeable and would stick out like a sore thumb at the gala.
Actually, Drift, we have a... Bran might be able to cast that mending spell. We should ask him.
Damn, magic. Wow, way to screw me over. I wanted Drift to have to get fitted.
I don't know if he has that spell, but it would be a very good use for it.
Yeah. So.
And I do tell you about the sword.
Yeah, I already got that information though.
Okay.
Based on your notes, I wasn't sure, so it was a refresher hint drop there, but
no, stuff that's important to me, I take notes on.
like the buxom pirate lady.
Hey, it was helpful. I was able to identify her as that's the person.
You were. All right.
Yeah. So like after that whole conversation of like, you're gonna have to wear a tux, just like, okay, I will do this for you, but I need money from the party funds.
Hey, thanks. Quest accepted for the raid.
Thank you for the raid. Yeah, imagine that should be fine. What did you need the funds for?
Change of armor.
Oh, yes. Then I definitely think that would be a good idea. I don't know how much money we have in the party fund, though.
We got about 1,000 right now.
There you go. We have about 1,000 gold.
Yeah. Yeah. If I'm doing more than just protection, I need to move silently, and I can't do that in this.
Yes. Do you know what kind of armor you should be getting then?
Without it costing too much, breastplate.
I'm sure we can figure that out.
I just like nod at one of the staff running around and be like, "Just send it out to an armorer. We'll pick it up later."
Wave someone down. I need this
Above
armor.
table, what are you trying to find?
A breastplate,
A breastplate.
medium armor breastplate.
No
Whatever.
stealth disadvantage.
I'll just say it'll cost you whatever the cost of a breastplate is in the DMG.
Yeah, it's 400.
Okay.
The reason I was asking if the family had an armorer is try to like coerce it down in price.
You guys did add the gold from Lady Valerie as well, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, they're it'll be back at the Vesperax Manor by the end of the day if you want to spend that gold on it. They can send a runner for you.
Yeah, that works. Okay.
I think me
we
and
can
Bran would
continue.
arrive around now for breakfast.
Nix, it would be up to you whether they could have breakfast at the Vesperax Manor now that they are under, at least in your father's eyes, under your employ.
I mean, we're supposed to be friends, so I'm probably going to curate the relationship.
Yes, perfect. Like any good crime boss would, you
Right?
graciously invite them into your house for a lavish breakfast. You make sure that the servants are spending extra attention on them. You guys can have whatever you want for breakfast. Do you guys still want to follow up with Silas, or did you want to go elsewhere?
Well, I assume we're following up with Silas. Bran says to the party. That was the plan last night.
And Silas is who again?
Your
Your
uncle.
Your uncle?
Oh God. Yeah. I don't have my notes open, okay?
Can I make sure each one of my pets gets breakfast, one on each shoulder and blobbered on my
Yeah,
head?
make an animal handling check for me. Let's see how well they're
Behaving at
Yeah.
the table.
Yeah.
Mid 13.
13. Okay. There's a couple times where your hamster, Spamster, jumps down onto the table and goes to scurry, and you very quickly, try to cover up the fact that you're grabbing your hamster off of a very fine breakfast table.
Baron's hands don't flame up at that, but his eyes are watching.
You stay away from my hamster dog. I swear to God.
Hey,
Do
I
not
gave them
kill
gifts.
hamster.
I gave them gifts.
I'm sitting over the table, under the table. I'm like, Bran, look at him eating this sunflower seed. He's so cute.
Yes.
So
Cute.
you guys finish breakfast and make your way towards Silas's condo, is what it is. When you get there, the servant says that Silas is actually back at the Dragon's Hoard on family business, and that if you stopped by, your presence was requested there.
Okay. Thank you very much.
To the casino.
You guys make your way back to the casino, and oddly enough, as you guys arrive, there's a contingent of the Twilight's Hand standing outside. Almost as many people as guards the house at any given time. And Nix, you would recognize your father's carriage is here.
Okay.
You guys make your
Can
way. Oh, go for it.
Sorry. Can we... I forgot we need to have that conversation with everybody
Yeah.
that...
Hand wave before you guys are on your way there. However you want
Yeah,
to
we have
handle
the
this.
conversation about having to do the gala.
Uh-oh.
Baron takes it and just nods graciously.
It is expected that you wear a tux or a really fine suit, and Alvinia, you will need to wear a dress.
I don't know where to get a dress. I don't own dresses.
Any dressmakers in the city? We can come up with something, I'm sure. Within your budget, of course.
And you all need masquerade masks as well.
Yes, and masks.
This'll be fun. We can paint them ourselves. How long do we have until this thing?
About 30 days.
The month. It needs to
What
be
are you
fancy.
gonna wear? What are you gonna wear? The
I-
possibilities.
It'll be something that you can move in. Flowy.
Are we gonna fight in the dance?
Probably not at the dance, but we will fight in the regatta. It
Oh,
will
on
be
the ship.
wonderful. Yes.
That'd be-
I will say I've been working on the rules for how the regatta is going to work, and I'm both excited and trepidatious because it's
Trepidatious.
yeah, it's a custom thing
Lord.
that I've been working on, and Goblin's been helping me. So
Nice.
Aw, this is gonna be
'cause
brutal.
I know how I want it to work in the rules, but getting the math to work out, because there is math involved.
Math.
For me.
And
Not
it's
the fun kind.
it's all being shunted over to Fox, right? She has to do all the math.
No, I'll handle all the math on my end, and I'll just inform you guys. I'll inform you guys how the system works and everything once it's 100% fleshed out. The rules will be posted in our Discord, so for anybody in chat who's not part of our Discord, you will be able to find it there probably in about a week.
I want to see Fox do the mathematical calculations on vectors and angles and trigonometry for ship-to-ship combat.
No. There's no.
If you ask me to do math, I'm gonna start doing meth. Okay.
I'm down to see that too.
The math is the point system in how the race works. Anyways, you guys have this conversation. Nyx also remembers to remind you that it is a it's called the Phantom Fleet Gala. It is, again, it is meant to honor the people who have lost their lives either in the race or in service of the Stiltshaven Armada. So it's kind of an underwater, either undead or dead spirits kind of theme, kind of Dia de Muerta mixed with underwater high society gala. So,
I'd also let them know that we need to go to Mythos and Logos. And that...
For what?
Well, somebody is trying to come after our business, and we need to figure out who it is and stop them. Our first lead is in Mythos.
Is it the same people going after a casino?
I would not be surprised if it wasn't. Wait, yes. I believe it should probably be the same people.
Okay.
So what you're saying is a conspiracy, and it's all connected.
Yes.
Sick.
And my father has asked that we look into this for him.
That'll be fun. What is Drift gonna wear to the ball?
Don't ask.
I just asked.
I was gonna ask because I need to get a suit.
Do I need to dress up the pets?
Where
Where am I gonna get bow ties?
make an insight check for me now, Vinia. Or no, make an intelligence check for me. To see if you would know whether you should bring pets to a high society gala or not. Oh yeah, you're gonna have to commission little tuxedos for Gizzard the lizard wizard and Spamster the hamster.
Blobber too.
Blobber too. I forgot you have 3 pets. You never use
I'll be
Blobber.
broke. I do.
I don't know if pets should come to the gala. It's a high society gala.
Yeah, so they'll have to have bow ties and little pet masks. And
No, we'll get babysitters for them. Someone that will spend lots of fun time with them. And treat them like princes and princesses or whatever. Royalty. They will be spoiled little rotten.
I have to convene the council. I turn to the 3 of them. How do they look at this prospect?
2 of them look back at you unknowing.
Mm-hmm.
Blobbert just kind of wiggles in his cup a little bit.
As everyone's looking at the pets, and now Vinia looking at the pets, Brandon's gonna hold a little wire up to his head. He's gonna cast a message at the hamster, and he's gonna try and make his voice unrecognizable. He's gonna go, "I'm watching you."
Okay. You see the hamster look around strangely as this weird disembodied voice that it doesn't associate with any spatial object whispers, and then it makes, well, let's see if it does. It's not that it turns and looks at you, and you swear in your head you hear, "No one will ever believe you."
One eye cocks up. It's fucking on.
And you guys make your way to the casino. You recognize Kalen's carriage. Head inside. Nix, your father is waiting. It seems like he was expecting you guys. He goes, the messengers, they found you. Come, we have business downstairs. And as you look around, there are no employees inside. It's all Twilight Hand.
Wait, were we going
Are
to the
there
casino
guests?
or to Silas's house?
When you got to Silas's house, a messenger was there telling you guys to head to the casino.
Gotcha.
In that transport, you guys had your conversation about the gala. Bran swears he hears a hamster talking inside his head. He's not sure. And you guys make your way in. Kalen is there. The place is empty. There are no employees, just members of the Twilight Hand here. And Kalen waves for you all to follow and begins making his way into a back hallway and then down a staircase. He leads you down into a basement that is just stone and cement. Your footsteps echo off the floor. As you walk by a caged room with a empty table, Drift, you would know from your time at dealing with the casinos, this is where they count all of the money and revenue at the end of say the week they close down for a couple hours. They count everything. And you go back even further to a metal door that has two Twilight Hands standing outside, short swords on their hips. Kalen tells them to wait outside, and you guys are led into the door. The guards do not follow, including Kalen's personal guard, which Drift you would know is strange. Nix, how much of your conversation did you reveal to Drift?
To Drift, I would have told him everything.
Okay, so Drift, you understand that this is likely whatever's going on. Kalen, not knowing who to trust, only wants you guys and Kalen himself in this room. And as you head inside, the door swings shut behind you. You hear, as the door's swinging shut, you hear the two guards outside start discussing the different boats that they're going to bet on in the regatta, and the conversation is cut short. It's silent in this room, except for the door swinging closed, and it's pitch black. If it wasn't for the fact you're all elves and have dark vision, you would not be able to see, but you can. And what you see is a man strapped to a chair, human, swollen face, black eye, dried blood caking his shirt. And if I can get you all to roll a history check with advantage, because this was very recent.
Four. Who the fuck is this guy?
That fits.
15.
7. Double fives.
9?
Okay.
15.
Nix, you're the only person who recognizes this guy. And it is the one guy who seemed strange as everybody was leaving the
Ooh.
casino. As all of the commotion was happening, this is the man who you told the members of the Twilight Hand to follow him, and seems like he's been brought here to be questioned. Kalen goes and stands off in a corner, and so you guys look at this guy. He's clearly unconscious, or appears to be unconscious. And Kalen nods and waves his hand for you to take the lead.
Oh, lovely. You want me to take the lead?
Your crew is now in charge of questioning this prisoner.
All right. I slap him awake.
Okay. He recoils at the touch of something against his skin and wakes up, and you see his eyes blinking in the dark, but they can't focus because he does not have dark vision. Who's there?
I'm personally not the greatest at this. Just heads up.
Yeah.
So
That's fine. You are welcome to delegate to anybody in the party that you see fit. Kalen is just, as part of your immersion into the business, he is having you take over and deciding how this goes, how you want to deal with it. It is yours to delegate.
Sure. You, my friend, seem to have had a very rough day or so.
Just kill me.
No, that probably will not happen anytime soon, unfortunately for you. We need some information from you. If the information is good, we may be able to accommodate you in some manner.
Is this what you call intimidation? Or
No, honey. This is not intimidation. Intimidation will happen if you do not do what I ask you to. This is me being nice.
you call this nice? Grabbing somebody out of their home, beating them, and just dragging them to a dark room? They don't have any clue what's going on?
Yes, this is the nice part. So, you were here at the casino yesterday when everything was happening. You saw that there were some shenanigans? Yes? Counterfeit money or coin?
I don't know anything about that. There was a loud commotion, and it made me think maybe it was time to leave.
Your reaction, though, is not appropriate for how should you say? How everyone else was reacting. You reacted different. Probably not a good idea when you have all of that kind of thing happening.
I don't know what you want from me.
I want to know if you know anything about why or how the counterfeit happened. It was not a job of one person. You were a little bit suspicious.
Make a persuasion check for me.
Persuasion. 18.
18. All I know is some chips wound up in my possession that didn't look right.
I'm fuzzy.
Are we in the room? with them?
You are all in the room. It is dark. You all can see, he cannot. You're all able to chime in if you want.
Can I see if he's telling the truth or if he's like attempting to lie or deceive?
Bran would like to do an insight check as well.
Yeah, everybody make insight checks for me.
What was he gonna say?
Roll.
All he said was just, all I know is some weird chips wound up in my possession.
It's a 12 for Bran.
13
23.
for Lavinia.
15.
Yeah, he is. You get the sense he is withholding something, not being entirely truthful.
He's sitting on a chair.
He is sitting on a wooden chair, tied to it.
Bran's going to take his lamp out of his inventory. He's going to set it in between his legs. In the dark, he's going to shove it between his legs so it's sitting on the chair.
Okay.
And then he's going to cast Prestidigitation and light it up right in front of his face.
The man recoils at the light. One eye swollen shut, the other recoils away from the light, and then as his eye adjusts, he takes a minute to look over all of you, as well as the man standing in the corner.
So here's the thing. I know you are not telling me everything. And you have two options. You can tell me what you know. And if you are truthful, then we can make arrangements for you. Or you can choose not to, and you will have to deal with my friend Drift. And he is not very pleasant when he is trying to get information from people.
He looks over at Drift. Drift, what are you doing?
I think at this point, Drift is just standing still, just waiting on that word from Nyx to step in and do his thing.
Make a intimidation check for me. Just see what kind of presence you're putting off passively.
23.
He turns and looks at Nyx. What do you want to know?
I want to know who sorry, my brain is farting. I want to know who set up the counterfeit operation, how they did it, and where we can find them.
I don't know who did it. They contacted me through a letter and said they had a job. All I had to do was pick up a couple of crates at the harbor and then give the chips inside to my friends. We were told to specifically try to play with the chips at the tables that had members of the Shrimp Cartel, the Lobosi family, and any other high-ranking criminal elements in town.
Do you know why you were told to do it with them?
I never met with the person. When I picked
Do you have
up...
the letter still?
No, I burned it. It was the last instruction given.
What was your payment for this job?
Keep whatever we made gambling with the chips. We're just told that we needed to get them in circulation.
Long did this operation happen? How many times were you at the casino with this? Or was it just the one night?
On and off, and a few casinos over last month or two.
I need to know every casino that you have been to.
He'll take a minute and details probably a good 60% of the casinos in town, with all of them being the ones that they targeted being Vesperax casinos.
Now, Drift, you said last night that they checked the chips weekly?
Did I say that?
But he said that.
Yeah, they do
Okay.
tend to count the chips weekly.
So if they've been at this a month and the other casinos haven't caught it, either someone's slipping or someone's on the inside.
Yes.
That's a conversation for later.
Okay. Well, Bran is going to step up. He's going to step up in front, right in front of the lamp. He's going to say there's a way to tell if you're telling the truth. And he's going to cast a spell, and he's going to hold his hands out like he does for his detect magic. But he's casting that spell. And to everyone else, it's going to look like the spell failed. But DM, I'm looking to check this guy, and I'm especially looking over my shoulder at Nalvinia and her friends?
Okay, I have to look at something.
Did you cast it private?
Kind of.
That's super cool.
There are no fae, fiends, celestials, elementals, or undead. No aberrations either. There
even
is
considering her friends.
You do detect an aberration coming from one of the creatures that Nalvinia has.
It tells me the location of it. Is that generalized location or specific location? Up to you.
Let me read it here. Nalvinia, where do you keep your hamster?
Lizard's on left shoulder, hamster's on the right shoulder, blobber's on top or on the belt.
It
Usually
does
just
appear to be coming from her right shoulder.
Got it.
And as you do so, you hear in your mind, "Now that's not very nice." As far as you can make a deception check for me.
For the other people, okay.
Yeah, for everybody else, including the guy with the lamp.
Much better. That's a 17.
Okay.
Nice.
If anybody wants to contest that with an insight check, you can.
I'd use my passive
Or
15.
if you have proficiency in Arcana, you are welcome to roll Arcana.
Just waiting for Brian.
Ooh. That would be a 24.
I'm gonna see if Drift would actually be that suspicious yet. Yeah, he's gonna roll for that too.
You guys have issues. Does anybody tell you that?
It's a criminal organization. Of course we have issues.
That's what I was gonna say. We're in the mob, guy.
The question is, do Nalvinia and Braren realize they're working with the mob yet?
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
I got a 15, so I didn't.
15.
Quite
Okay,
that.
so
Well,
Nix,
Nick's got.
you're the only person
Yeah,
who
I got it.
catches it. You've seen people do spells that like Zone of Truth before. This isn't that spell.
And you probably catch Braren looking at the hamster a beat too long.
I'm gonna let it slide because it's with that deception check for me. It's about that you are perpetuating the. We can tell that you are if you are lying or not.
I'm gonna see Brian looking at Spamster and be like, I'm gonna pull Spamster off and be like, alright, Spamster, don't let me down. I'm gonna cast Speak with Animals on him. And say, is he telling us the truth, Spamster? Can you tell? And if you don't tell Spamster the truth, I'm gonna tell the other guy. Look into his eyes. You can't lie to him. Look at that adorable face. Did you
Like,
tell
shake
us
my
everything you
head.
know?
The hamster just kind of blinks as you talk.
What do you think, Spam? Is he lying?
It just blinks.
Damn, dude.
He's an aberration.
Drift at this point is gonna walk around behind Nix, just lean close and goes, "We made a mistake bringing those two in here."
Bran, what is your armor class, by the way?
I think it's 15 currently.
Okay, I need you to take 3 psychic damage with the understanding that you don't know where it's coming from. And I also need you to make a charisma save. I need you to make a charisma save for me.
I understand.
Okay.
Ooh, I don't maintain concentration on it.
Okay.
Shitty charisma save too.
Guys, you don't understand. Spamster is innocent. Look at him. I'm gonna show you what he looks like.
So, if you could, for my sake, describe Brairn's thoughts right now, as if somebody was able to read them.
As if someone's Brairn.
You don't know that this is happening, but
yeah. Oh, I understand. Brairn is preparing a second prestidigitation spell. He's preparing the timing to kill the lamp, and he's thinking about casting Firebolt at the hamster. That's what he's thinking right now. He's prepping his timing, waiting for the right moment. She's got her hands around him, so it'd be a bad time to do it now.
in your head, as you're thinking this, you hear, "Go ahead. They'll just assume you're crazy. No one will believe you."
While the interrogation is going on.
Yeah, this is happening in Brairn's head while Nyx is still having the interrogation going on. Now, as this happens, things are going on. The guy repeats his story again for you, Nyx, that he was given instructions via letter that he burned to collect these crates of chips and disseminate them to his friends. They could keep whatever they made while gambling as long as they didn't keep the fake chips. And they were specifically supposed to target tables of other criminal organizations.
Cool. And can I use my insight from before to see if he's telling the truth, or do you want me to roll again?
This is clearly a man who has accepted that, you know, you guys can read him. He is not trying to conceal anything from what you can tell any further.
Okay.
Brand's gonna insight again at disadvantage because he's not really looking at the guy. Oh, that's really good, actually. That's at disadvantage 23.
Yeah, same thing. Appears to be being truthful in his speech. It has all of the classic signs of somebody recalling information accurately. Doesn't seem to fumble over the details.
So, did you hire everyone else, or did everyone else also receive the letter?
As far as I know, I was the only one contacted. I just chose who to give the chips to.
Now, is this your normal group of miscreants, or are you picking names out of a hat?
It's just my friends. I wouldn't even call us miscreants. Just people who need money. And looking at his clothes, you can tell this is somebody from the slums.
Need all the names of all of these friends, please.
Oh, there was Terry and Larry and Mary.
First and last.
And then there was Gary. And then Jerry, but Jerry's a female. Dad with a sense of humor. Or not a good sense of humor. And as he's recalling the names, you start to see blood trickling out of his nose. And a short second later, he goes into a seizure. And then almost inexplicably passes right in front of your eyes.
I run to him to see if he's dead. Medicine check or something.
Yeah, make a medicine check for me.
Okay. 20? Dirty?
This guy he's not unconscious, he is full dead.
Holy
As if
shit,
he
just
took
died.
as if he took a lot of damage in a very short period of time.
What kind of damage? Poison? Check his
Seems
mouth.
to be arcane. There's no clear external signs as to what happened.
Somebody just magicked this guy to death.
Raren, the sorcerer, sees this happening and just lets it go.
Is nobody else freaking out?
And
Look at
with
my
that,
father.
we'll take our intermission. Everybody gets some water, grab some food. We'll see you back here in a few minutes.
Game
And-
plan: the hamster fight.
Sure, if that's what
I'll
you
fight
think
you.
is going to happen. But yep, chat, stay tuned. Thank you, Raiders. Thank you, Quest Accepted. We are Quest and Jess, another Quest-related channel. You can find us here every Wednesday for Viridia Roots of Ruin, every Sunday for the Herald of Rain campaign run by our current Ranger, Nalvinia, Miss Foxish Tales there. And every other Tuesday, Nyx, or Minfa, or Amber as we know her, runs a homebrew campaign in her world called... well, the world's called Nexalon, but the campaign's called When Nine Lights Rise. So feel free to tune in, follow us on Discord, and we'll be back in just a few minutes from a quick potty break.
can't believe you would do this to me.
So, welcome back, chat. We were just discussing something off camera that I think is kind of interesting. So, obviously, the pets that Nalvinia got are a little different. They're not normal pets. The lizard is actually what's called a wizard, and it is a type of wizard, or is a type of lizard. It says it is a arcane anomaly, is what they describe the wizard to be. A rejected experiment, nothing more to worry about, they said. After all, it's just a lizard. They so naively thought. Shortly after, the streets of Faldheim were shattered by spells that were exclusively known to the well-read and most exalted scholars of wizardry. With all of the city's magical stores, arcane schools, as well as magical gifted residents, the wizard found a perfect place to live, to feed, and to thrive. So the wizard has an ability called
Wizardry.
arcane ingestion. A wizard doesn't require food or drink. Instead, it has lizardry. The wizard learns any spells it senses, and further, it automatically succeeds on Arcana checks.
He's going to die.
The wizard can cast spells. Its innate spellcasting ability is Wisdom, +5 to hit, spell save DC of 13. It can innately cast any spell it knows, which is any spell it's ever been in the presence of, requiring no components. But before the wizard casts a spell of 2nd level or higher, it rolls a d6 for each level of the spell. So a 3rd level spell, it rolls 3d6. If it rolls a 6 with at least 2 dice in that way, the wizard crumbles to glimmering dust and dies.
You're killing him. How could you do that? Look at how cute he is.
Now, as for the hamster, all will be revealed in time.
You leave him out of this.
Blobbert also has some abilities related to coffee ooze shenanigans.
Yeah, he's cute.
Have you taken a sip of Blobbert?
I have not yet, I don't think.
Okay. Yes, King Gizzard the Lizard Wizard. All right, so seeing as this guy has expired inside the dungeon of one of the Vesperax's more notable casinos, Kalen steps out of the room for a minute, leaving you all with this body as he figures out how to discreetly dispose of what's going on here. You guys have a minute to talk and discuss anything you want, if you'd like.
I searched the body, although he's probably been searched, right?
Yeah, he's been searched. If you check in with the guards, his personal effects, they nabbed him while he was sleeping last night. He didn't really have anything. They have gone through his house. They've found more of the chips. But nothing. They didn't find a letter. They didn't seem to find any notes or anything more on the situation. As you guys leave the room,
Brand's
Kaylin...
going
Oh,
to
go
cast
ahead.
prestidigitation, turn off the lamp, and take it back.
Yep. You collect...
Does the hamster do anything as he sees me doing this? Because he read my mind about my plan.
Not at the moment.
What the fuck is
Seems
going
to be
on?
just chilling on Nalvinia's shoulder like a hamster.
Question. If I look at the rest of the Vesperax Mafia gang, they don't react to this guy just randomly having seizure, dying, nothing?
None of them were in the room when it happened. When the door opens and he's dead, there is a general sense of another day at work, I would say. You know, they seem shocked the guy is dead. You can make an insight check to try to get more information from that, if you'd like.
And Drift and Nyx don't react to this guy just randomly having Oh,
I mean, I react in the sense of how the fuck did he die? But I didn't kill him, so
It's like Drift looks exasperated. Is like, well, I guess trash takes itself out.
Dude, music's dead.
Yeah,
give me a
Booty's-
second.
Yeah, we've been like poking him and prodding him for like 10 minutes.
he's ignoring us. We're trying to be subtle about it.
Listen, I can't do all that and run the stream. You just got to tell me if the music
Okay.
dies.
Okay.
You know, Foundry has this fantastic system built in that allows you to run music.
Yeah, but it doesn't have my music.
Don't prod the bear. Can I still have speak with animals go on? Can I turn to Gizzard and say, nobody else is freaked out that this guy just suddenly died?
Oh my
Help
god.
me out here, lads.
I have to see. So here's the thing. None of them
He's a
are
monstrosity.
actually animals.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I
That's the whole shtick, is none of these pets are actually animals.
I don't know that.
Now, when you're trying to speak to the lizard, are you speaking like common, or is that like, and it translates for them, or are you sounding like you're speaking lizard?
I sound like I'm speaking lizard.
Okay. Before we walk out, Drift would just kind of like turn to the two of you and go, "Do me a favor. Next time we're interrogating, don't talk to the pets."
Why?
When you're trying to intimidate, how intimidating is it for someone to say, "Look how cute he is"?
Scorching ray on the hamster.
What the
Okay,
fuck?
go ahead and roll.
Oh, 2. Fuck. This is gonna go bad for me, isn't it? Shit.
So you are inside the casino casting Scorching Ray at a party
I think we're just
member.
coming out of the secret room, just the bottom. We're
Okay,
coming
so
out of the
there are
room,
2 Vesperax guards.
and I'm casting it right at the hamster,
17 hits.
and I will 17 hits. Another 2. Fuck.
Do those 2 misses hit Nalvinia, considering the hamster is on her shoulder?
Up to the DM.
I have to ask.
Yeah, it's a good point.
Nalvinia, high or low?
Low. Because that's how low I'm gonna go for you killing my fucking hamster.
They both miss.
Okay.
I'll say
Okay, but
Bran
what do
was
they-
careful to try to aim at the hamster on the shoulder, and in your instinct of trying not to hit Nalvinia, you just pull them both a little wide left. One does hit, though.
6 points of fire damage. And I go, the hamster's evil. He's spying on us.
The hamster's still standing.
Still standing after getting blasted.
What the fuck is wrong with you? Stop that!
What's wrong with the hamster? It just took
There's
it.
nothing wrong
Look at
with
that. Look at that. It just took it.
As those shots come off, I want to say Drift turns and grabs Bran by the throat and slams him into a wall.
Yeah, so let's do grappling rules. Bran, make a athletics, or is it athletics or acrobatics? I believe.
Yeah.
Athletics or acrobatics check as Drift lunges at you.
+0 or +0? That is a 9.
Wait. I gotta look. What is the DC on it?
It should be 8 plus your strength plus proficiency.
So DC was 10.
Nice.
Oh,
Yeah, so you have Bran pinned against the wall by the throat.
And just like keeps close and goes, "What the fuck are you doing?"
The hamster just took the fire. That's not right.
What do you expect him to do? Fucking grab a sword and fight you? I'm gonna cast Cure Wounds.
I don't have a response to that.
Oh, fuck. This is unacceptable, Bran. He's done nothing.
You need to understand your place in this. You will keep your magic to yourself until it is needed, or I will take your goddamn hands.
The hamster is evil.
I don't care about the hamster. You will say, yes, I understand, or your hands come off tonight.
And I'll help.
Bran was holding his symbol in his hand up, and he's gonna curl it down.
Say the words.
Bran will say, "You're wrong, but you'll learn it the hard way."
And just squeezes harder. Say the words.
I look to Nyx.
He's the muscle. So here's the thing. Don't cast fire in my casino. You may want to tell him that you understand, or things are not going to go well.
I understand. You'll learn. You'll learn.
Bran, as this happens, you see the hamster kind of lean and make eye contact with you. And again in your head you hear, I told you no one would ever believe you.
Drift slowly lets go.
With that uncomfortable moment, you guys make your way upstairs where Kaylin looks at you all and says, that did not go as planned, but if you all humor me, you've just received troubling request, or maybe not so troubling, I don't know, but I'd like you all to join me for lunch.
Father.
And he leads you out to his carriage. You guys take a ride up to Mira's Bastion. And you come to somewhere... Nyx, you've been here a couple times. Drift, you've been here with her. You guys recognize this as... Well, actually, sorry, I skipped over something. So...
It's an enclosed carriage?
It is a enclosed carriage.
Bran goes to sit up with the driver.
Yeah, you can do that. Inside, you guys hear...
Oh, the driver's inside
No,
too?
no.
Oh,
He's
okay,
sitting
okay.
up there. I'm saying inside the other three. You guys notice the absence of external noise. As if Kalen spends a lot of money having different areas of his house, the casino, and his carriage warded with magical silence. You know, what you guys say does not leave this carriage. The same as other people, you can't hear what's going on outside. And he looks deep in thought. And looks up at you, Nyx. He looks over all of you, but his eyes settle on you, Nyx. And he says, this confirms my suspicions. And you see he's looking at that chip. And he goes, you know, this isn't counterfeit in the sense of counterfeits. And that's a little bit of a hand wave for Drift here. This is a recreation of old chip that we haven't used in a while. They know how to make the seal, the arcane symbol that the crystal reveals. And that symbol is old. But it is correct for its time. the process for this is very difficult to replicate. You would need to have friends in high magical places. It seems that sending you to Mythos is even more important. And he looks at you with kind of a sense of concern, Nyx. He goes, it might even be good to not have everyone in the family together all the time, in the time being. You know, cup game, spread out the important people. So after the regatta, you will have to leave and investigate this. Until then,
Of course.
we must keep up appearances. You'll have to mingle and schmooze and do the things that members of a crew and high society do before the regatta. But, we have a meeting now with the Lobosi family. We'll be meeting at the Sapphire Sanctum. And you recognize this as both a very high society club, the future location of the Phantom Fleet Gala, and also a place that when families of the crime, when members of the crime family, high-ranking members of the crime families, need to discuss business in a neutral place, this is where you guys meet.
And what was the place called again?
It's called the Sapphire Sanctum. And carriage makes its way. You get to this business that it looks. Go ahead.
Does Braren hear any of this from the outside?
No.
Okay, then after about 5 minutes, Braren's gonna turn in his seat, put the wire up to his ear, and he's gonna say to Nyx, Princess, the hamster's an aberration. Be careful what you say around it.
Does that come through?
Can you click the message spell for me just so I can read it?
Sure. Magical silence, 1 foot of stone, metal, and wood.
It does not. It does not
Does
penetrate because of the magical silence.
Okay. Do I know that it doesn't go through?
You get a sense that something disrupts the spell.
Okay.
As you guys are pulling up to this place, Kalen kind of scratching at his face, he goes, I don't know why somebody would... I mean, we are not the best people, but we're better than most at... better than the alternative, as we say. I don't know why they target us. But this could mean very bad news. And he informs you all, let me do talking with Miss Lobosi. You guys are just here to witness whatever happens. And you guys pull up to this kind of unassuming looking building. It's got a pretty grand entranceway, this nice staircase that curves up, kind of the flared base at the staircase. But other than that, it almost looks like a residential building. And as you guys make your way inside, there's a staircase leading up to what's condos above, but there's an entrance at the back of this hallway. And Kalen leads you towards that entrance, and it opens up to a stone staircase that leads you down. And you're walking down this spiral stone staircase for a while. And Drift and Nyx, though you've been here before, the sense of awe and wonder never really leaves you when you experience this place. As you guys walk into this large, open, almost cavern, kind of carved out of the very ground here, and there's large obsidian black tables and obsidian chairs with very fanciful cushions. Everything kind of has this black, green, and blue theme to it. And the far side, you're looking into the ocean. It's like you're under, it's like almost like looking at an aquarium wall, but there's no glass. There's just at some point, there's just a wall of water there. And standing in front of that wall of water is a short goblin woman who's just standing there watching as a shark swims by and grabs a fish and eats it. And this whole place has this grandiose ballroom but underwater feel from this wall, and she reaches out and goes to touch the water, and you see a ripple of some sort of magical field that seems to be holding back this wall of water, that seems to be holding back the ocean. And she turns and looks at you as you all walk in, and she appears to be alone. There's nobody here but you guys, and even the bartenders. They quickly dole out some drinks to everybody, and then they leave. Seems like she has arranged for this to be a very private meeting between just her and you all. She looks over you all, and her eyes stop on Nyx, and she gives you a not unfriendly smile. You're looking good today, Miss Nyx.
Thank you. You look great as well.
Thank you. Your friends are here to
Observe only.
observe. Perfect.
I would have told Bran that we are not doing. We are just there to observe. We don't need to be in part of the conversation.
Yeah, basically you guys would all have been given a rundown of don't speak unless spoken to. Just sit and observe in case, and you're there in case something does go down, but this is neutral ground. Nothing should happen here. And she motions over to a table. You all go and sit down, and she goes, Kaelin, there's no need to mince words here. And the reason I've called you here is two things. And first, she slides a counterfeit chip across the table. I have been told by some members of my family that these have been making their way through town at your various establishments. Well, what is with that? Do you need any assistance in this? And Kaelin kind of, looks at the chip, looks at her, and it is being handled. She nods, just kind of knowingly, as if that was the answer she's expecting. And then she says, I'm here as our families have been allied in as far as the directorate and business goes, being two of the more powerful families. We've worked together alongside each other for a long time. So consider this a courtesy of that friendship. And she pulls out a leather journal and slides it across the table to Kaelin. Kaelin opens it and a couple papers fall out. And he picks up the papers and just kind of face goes from like this cordial, pleasant look to a very stoic look. You can all make an insight check for me if you want.
16 for Bran.
10 for me.
22.
9.
22.
Nyx, it's probably kind of poetic that only you can sense the immediate concern on your father. just being a little bit more familiar with his mannerisms. Everybody else, it just looks like a man who's looking things over with a scrutinizing eye. Oh my goodness. Thank you for all the gift subs.
What just happened?
We're on a, I think, level 3 hype train. We just got a ton of gift subs from Instanator. Thank you. We appreciate it.
Thank you so much.
What's the dog doing? He's sleeping.
Well, he's sleeping.
So Nix, you read this concern on your father's face, and even you would normally struggle to read your father when he's in thought like this. And the fact that that flash of concern is visible to you concerns you. And Mariana waits and lets Kaylin kind of flip through it, and she goes, every head of the other families has also received this same information. A ledger detailing how you are skimming funds from all of the money laundering operations you perform for us, and receipts from the Bank of Stiltshaven showing deposits that don't match up with the figures that you normally provide. You have until the end of the regatta to prove that this isn't true. After that, I can't help you. If this isn't proven by then, it means war. And I can't stop it. And she stands up and looks at you all, and then makes very direct eye contact. No more friendly face from her. 30 days, Kaylin. And she leaves. Now, if you guys would like to engage with Kaylin here, it is a private moment. You do have that opportunity. Nix, once she leaves, your father drops any facade of stoicism. Is very clear. This is the first time you've ever seen your father just completely rattled.
This is not good. What do we do, Father?
I don't know.
How do we find this out? How do we prove this to be wrong?
For the first time in a while, your father is actually the only time. He's at a loss for words. He does not know how to respond.
Aaron's gonna flash his hands over his eyes, and you just see a brief kind of puff of smoke. You almost can't even see it. Goes out in the room. And Baron has seen invisibility up.
There are no invisible creatures here. You guys are alone. Alone in this cavern with this wall of water and fish swimming.
Does the hamster look any different?
Nope.
Okay.
Can I look over the papers unless he tries to hide them or whatever? What exactly do they say?
No, he pushes it over to you. So I don't know if Nalvinia would get this, so I'm going to need you to roll an intelligence check for me. But I will describe it for everybody.
I got a 10 total.
Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and say Nalvinia, you understand it's financial information, but as far as putting together what it is, you're not 100% sure. It looks like some sort of transactional log. Nix, you would recognize this. Drift, I don't know if you've dealt with the actual ledgers of the business. You're more of the hired muscle. Nix, you have seen...
I'd say maybe not dealt with the numbers directly, but he would be aware of it.
you're aware of what's being alleged. I just mean, like, as far as actually knowing what these specific numbers are, because it's just some initials and some amounts. It is a very detailed account of casino revenue and where it's getting paid. And the numbers in the ledger don't match up with the deposits that are supposed to be going to Kalen and the Vesperax family. It seems like he is getting a lot more money than the equivalent revenue that's being claimed in the ledger for the banknotes when the dates match up. Everybody can make me an intelligence check here.
You want me to roll again?
Yes. I'm assuming that as this is all coming out, this is being talked about, so you're starting to understand what's going on.
I got a 17.
Nice.
A natural
14.
natural 20 for Baron for 20.
Just a straight intelligence?
Yeah.
13.
Bran,
14.
something just clicks in your head as you kind of put it together, and even now, Vinny, you start to wonder, like, does this have to do with the chips? Bran, you put it together immediately that it is likely that whoever had instigated the implementation of these fake chips, these counterfeit, real but old style chips, likely did that along with spreading this ledger and these banknotes to lend some weight, a plausible reason and theory as to how Caitlin has been skimming the checks, or been skimming money on the funds. If the casino suddenly had an influx of chips, an extra amount of chips that they weren't claiming on their inventory slips, and lining their pockets by giving out fake chips to other families, they could lie about how much money they had. The majority of the business that the Vesperax family does is money laundering for the other criminal elements in the city.
Bran will stand over the books and he'll point down and go, so you're not doing this?
Kalen shakes his head. No, this is not us. This is not how we have done business. It is not conducive to stability. We
Bran's
already
gonna
have
do
enough money.
An insight check on Kalen, and that is 24.
As far as you can tell, he's telling the truth.
Okay.
So
So
someone
someone-
used this counterfeit bullshit to bring your family down, basically.
Somebody with knowledge of how we make our chips made a more than passable counterfeit. Everything except the arcane symbol is correct.
So it has to be somebody from within your family who knows a lot about smart stuff in magic chips and shit, and you have no idea who it could be at all.
No, anybody who had any prior knowledge that is no longer with the family is dead.
Are you sure they're dead?
As far as I know, yes.
We tend to be very thorough when removing problems.
That's what they all say.
It's hard to remain alive when you take their head off.
That's also what they all say.
So someone flooded your casinos with these phony chips, and then they made these phony books to make it look like you're getting more money than you should be.
That is how it seems.
So somebody has to have all this money then.
Well, yeah, that was my next question. Do you actually have this money? We should check the bank.
That is the next stop. I think for appearances, though, I should just go with my guard so that maybe it isn't immediately thought that we are looking into ourselves.
Do you think, is there anybody that has the means that is currently in the family?
Silas would know. Your mother would know. And I know how to make the chips. That and the person who produces them in Gearite for us.
In gear, right? Oh, we're gonna be doing a lot of traveling. It's gonna be fun.
Not going to be traveling in 30 days.
No.
Or, I mean, we're not going to get there in 30 days.
We're back.
So we need to prove, at least with enough efficacy, that gives us more time, basically.
That is our only hope right now.
We can prove we don't have the money. Well, we can prove you don't have the money. And that might be some outsider.
We can try.
What do we do if you do have the money?
If somebody
Skip town?
snuck the money into my accounts, yes, we'll have to leave town. Or stay and fight. Those are only options.
Your odds are terrible. How
Would
many
we win
families
that
are
fight?
Install the family, it's all of the crime. I don't know if we can.
Nyx and Drift, you know that in the history of the family, it has waged fights against one family or another over the course of history. Most of the time it's taken it down. Sometimes a truce was brokered. It doesn't happen often. A full-out gang war on the streets of Stiltshaven involving all families against one family would be a very untenable situation.
Hmm.
Do you have any allies in the other families?
Mariana Labosi is our biggest ally. That is the only reason we got heads up. And time. She bought us time. Not enough, but time.
Who could replace you? Your family, if it was taken out, somebody would have to benefit, wouldn't they? Beyond just money, who is poised or capable enough to do this money washing for the entirety of Stiltshaven?
He looks deep in thought. There are many different ways to play the shell game.
So you got nothing either way.
Maybe a family that runs a large warehouse empire. The Labosis theoretically could. But why would she give us opportunity to fix it?
To look nice while stabbing you in the back.
The shrimp cartel, maybe with their fish stands, could? I don't know. Large cash businesses are the best way to launder money.
This is a whole lot of humming and hawing and not a lot of stuff to work with.
I will search all avenues in the meantime. I don't
What's
have...
your plan, Nyx? While
Don't
you
know.
go to the bank.
I think we should probably talk to Silas. And perhaps my mother.
shall we? Days a wasting.
Not that I think they've done anything. That's not what I'm saying. But perhaps they know someone that might have more information or somewhere to go to.
Shall we go then? Or should we just sit here and be sad for...
We can go.
Okay, good, because this was getting real boring. I was about to fall asleep. Or throw something at Baron's head.
I'm so glad my family falling apart is boring for you.
I don't get it.
I would say you weren't able to piece it together initially yourself, but hearing everybody talking, you do understand now what the information was in the book and what it's implying.
Mm-hmm. I just don't see why this is such a big deal. It's money. Leave. Go somewhere else. Make some more to Nelvinia, who has no place ever.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Mr. Vesperax, your family does the money laundering, right?
That is true. We handle most of the money laundering for everyone in town.
What cut do you take?
10%.
And as of right now, how much money do you have your hands on before you take your cut?
Oh fuck, man! You're gonna make me actually think of an amount.
Are you trying to say maybe he could just pay them the missing whatever you owe first, and then find the missing money and replace your own stash?
No. I'm saying if he has his hands on all the money, that is a form of leverage itself.
Oh, threaten them. People who are trying to hurt you. That
Yeah,
think
it
you're
would-
evil.
It would be a big play.
It would
But-
be a war.
Oh yeah, but the people you'd be going to war against wouldn't have any money. Wouldn't have as much money. I'm just putting it out there.
The amount of money I have, or we have, would not be enough to stop anything from happening. The families themselves have enough money to stop business if they wanted. It is just the difficulty of re-establishing money operations.
Well, let's go and find some clues.
You guys make your way out of this beautiful, though somber, cavern at the moment. Where are you guys heading?
When we go out the almost residential top, is there like kind of a bathroom or washroom?
Yeah, I'd say there's a bathroom.
All right, Brandon's gonna break off, go into the washroom, and then he's gonna try and cast the message spell again. And he's gonna go, Princess, the hamster is an aberration. We need to be careful what we're saying around it.
I can respond to this?
Yes.
Oh my goodness.
Welcome.
Oh, thank you for the
Dummies
raid.
and dice rolls for and your 14 viewers. Welcome. We have Brand Sorcerer being extremely suspicious of my pet hamster who has done nothing wrong in his life ever.
It's not suspicion if it's evil.
Telling everybody that he's an aberration and that he's evil.
He is
Don't
evil.
know, it's a freaking hamster.
Is that what you say back?
I do. And I say, if he does anything bad, then we will deal with it. But up until that point, he might be okay.
Bran washing his hands. We'll do one last message towards Nyx and say, You've seen me kill people with that fire. That hamster just took it to the face.
Spamster.
Just look at
is
that
innocent.
face.
He's innocent.
Look at those
You
evil fucking eyes.
look at him. He's done nothing wrong. Okay. Look at
Uh,
his little paw.
How far away from the bathroom are you standing now, Vinia?
Oh, you know what? I'm gonna fucking spy on Bran. I'm gonna try and hear this. He's clearly got it out for my little spamster.
My message spells are nonverbal. So you'd see me casting the spell if you were in the washroom with me, but you wouldn't hear it.
Yeah,
I'm
only
gonna try.
him and the target. So you try, but you're not able to tell what
That's
he's
fine.
doing.
I keep a distance between me and Bran, and Spamster is safe within my hands the entire time.
I think we have a little. I think at this point
Thank you for the hydrate.
we should not worry about the hamster too much and just focus on what we are doing.
Imagine telling the girl whose family just got fucking targeted by all the mobs. Like, guys, hold on, the hamster's more important.
Now,
Yeah.
when Nyx is responding, is she saying it out loud to respond?
No, I don't think so.
Baron comes out of the washroom, kind of dries his hands on his pants, and he just kind of subtly shakes his head no at Nyx. And that's it for Baron.
Let's find my uncle.
Drift looks over at Bran as he comes out and just shakes his head for a second, walks away, goes, "For a man that deals with fire, and he still wipes his hands on his pants."
That's pretty accurate, actually. Oh, Drift. As we're walking up to whatever carriage we're taking to get there or whatever. Thanks for stopping Bran. That was actually nice of you.
That wasn't for you.
Okay.
And it wasn't for the hamster.
And yet we appreciate it.
Sure.
You know what? Why are we here, Spamster? We could just go.
Because we pay you money, and you get good money from us.
Barely. It's a thin
Well-
thread. Barely.
Welcome to being an asset.
So I'll say you guys are able to make your way and speak to Silas and Nyx's mom. For the sake of a little bit of brevity, Silas informs you that the person who makes the chips on behalf of the family is Lodric Opalbelt. He is a dwarven inventor in the city of Gearwright. Is under standing orders that anytime the family changes the chip design, which the actual design of the chip hasn't changed, it's just the glyph, whatever stamping system, whatever system he uses to create each symbol is to be destroyed immediately upon a new chip being designed. Whether he did that or not, Silas doesn't know. They don't, it's not like he's there in Gearwright, and it's very possible that Lodric could have kept it or been careless in how he chucked it. As far as your mother, she just says that as far as she knows, the family's any magical creations or discoveries have always been from what was his name, Morin. The other wizard you guys have, Morin Locke. And Morin is a dear God, Morin is a high elf in Mythos.
Now, where is Nyx's mother?
She stays at the Vesperex Manor.
Okay.
I do want you all to make a general investigation check for me. And then I want you to tell me what you are doing around town, because there is going to be a day or two of downtime as Kaylin looks into some things. What are you specifically looking for in this time? Whether it's working on this case at hand, whether it's looking into other things that you have dealt with or have dealings with. What are you doing your time spending?
I rolled a 6.
Spending your time doing, Jesus.
15.
8.
Okay.
Baron got a 12.
Okay. Nyx, what are you looking into while this is going on?
So I'd set my children on the path of following the crew of the people that set up the...
Okay. Trying to track down Gary, Larry, Jerry.
Yeah,
Terry,
trying to track those
Mary.
people down.
Okay.
Also, I'm not exactly sure.
I didn't give them names, and then it just worked that there's a lot of names.
With Airy in them?
Yeah.
So that's one thing that I want to do, and then I want to try and I don't know, see if anybody that could do taking up money laundering, if they're doing anything suspicious.
Okay. On a 15, the kids are in the process of locating the people. Do you want them to talk to you directly, or who do you want them to report back to? If and when they find these people?
So they can either talk to me, or they probably have, like, I probably have set up somebody that they could take their information to, for if I'm busy.
Okay. They will be working on locating those people. Now, Vinia, you got a 9?
I got a
A
6.
6. What are you looking for with your 6? What are you up to during these couple of days?
Investigation is now my strong suit, so I'm not working with numbers or papers or any of that boring shit. I'm working with people.
Okay, you can make a persuasion check for me if you want. And what are you hoping to get from people?
I want to talk to... There has to be some sort of people connection between all the Aries and the guy who hired them, and how they got that paper. Somebody who scouted them, or something of the sort. And if not, if that doesn't pan out, I'll head to people within the family. Maybe just eavesdropping on a couple extra conversations.
I'll say make
things.
a stealth check for me as well as your persuasion.
Okay. For stealth. 16 plus 9.
Okay. Listening in on the family members, there's a general sense of unease from everyone. You're picking up a lot of gossip and rumors that tend to spread during a time like this. You don't hear so much of... You don't hear anything juicy like, oh my god, hey, I got some of these chips, or anything like that. What you do catch is the Shrimp Cartel have stopped gambling at any of the casinos in general, and have not given the Vesperexes any more money to be laundered.
Mm-hmm.
And the Lebosis are still giving the Vesperaxes money, but now whenever it is counted, they are requiring somebody there to oversee both the count and the deposits.
Okay.
As far as your persuasion check, what was that one?
8.
Yeah.
Actually, I have an inspiration. I'm going to use it.
Okay.
Nope, same thing.
Yeah. Not really gaining any headway. Everybody's kind of looking at you as this weird person with a lizard, a jiggling cup of coffee, and a hamster that just looks at them dead in the eyes. And they don't really have anything for you to go on with that.
They're jealous.
Braren, what was yours?
A 12.
12. You don't find any information on well, what are you looking into?
Is
Like-
this happening in one day or over multiple
The
days?
course of like
or-
2 or 3 days, as Kalen is deep in the midst of doing an audit on himself and also trying to dig into whatever leads he might have. What are you doing with a couple of days of we'll meet back in a couple days and I'll see if I have anything for you?
Well, two things. One, during the evenings, he'd like to read up more on the ancient history of Stilthaven, especially concerning the stuff he talked to Rudy about the other day. But that's kind of like an aside. The second, the more important thing is he's going to be looking for accountants, especially shady accountants, out in Stilthaven, and he'll talk to the Vesprax to see if they know of any accountants outside of their control that are out there. And he also has a question for Kalen Vesprax at night.
Okay, I'll say off screen, I'll give you a list of a couple of names of accountants next session that you could potentially go and talk to. What are you trying to ask Kalen? He's very busy, especially tonight. Not saying you can't get your question in.
Basically, Brand will come up to Mr. Vesprax and say, "You're laundering money, but who are you protecting the money against? I don't quite understand that."
It is for appearances and tax purposes.
But from what I understand, even when we pulled into port the other day and we talked to Mariana Labus, well, yeah, it seems like someone being for the law is a rarity around here compared to being
It is
whatever. So, like, who are you laundering the money against to protect or to hide it from? That's what kind of what I don't understand.
there are still people like Admiral Weatherford that are by the books, that if there was open evidence of illegal happenings, could win public favor and cause a lot of issues for the powers that be.
What? Well, just an idea. What would happen if the family went legit? Took all this money, went to the government, and say we're now legit and part of the government.
The issue would be with the other families. We have a good knowledge of how their business works. If we suddenly weren't doing our business, it would give us the kind of leverage that Mr. Rutherford would use to take over, not take over city, but undermine them. It would be cost of doing business legit would be working with Admiral Weatherford, and that would make us immediate target of the other families.
But you get what I'm saying. the government here in Stilthaven is big enough that we've got to launder the money. So they're another player in this dynamic. I'm not saying we should or that it would be profitable for your family. I'm just saying it's an option. We have all your money. We have hands on the money you're laundering right now. We took that all to the government. Suddenly we've picked a side, and from what you're describing, we've picked a bigger side.
Potentially,
And it
would be also very dangerous for myself and family members to do that. This kind of cost of having done business this way for this long. It's kind of, we're involved in it up to our neck.
Just putting it out there that it's an option, that you might have to do it. You might have to go right and straight.
Yeah. So, and then just for a little bit more, because it's sometimes hard to describe how the city works. Think of this like similar to a situation like the situation in Mexico right now, where there are large, not all cartel families, but crime families that control different areas and different parts of the government where they're at. But you still have issues with, like, if the Admiralty turned the fleet against a particular family, it would have issues. But to deal with the rampant crime throughout the city altogether, they would likely have to bring in forces from another city like Guildspire, in somewhere that has a large standing army and not a lot of issues, to help control and fight down on any potential gang wars in the streets. Because if and I think Kaylin is providing this information, but it's hard to do in the accent. But the concern would be, if that were to happen, it would put a lot of different citizens at risk. A large portion of the reason why the Vesperax family has operated in the manner they have for the last, almost 1,000 years, about 800 years, the family's been in this kind of power, first formed by Nyx's grandfather and then passed on to her father, and then theoretically eventually passed on to Nyx, is if not us, then who? And the idea of, we are the lesser of the evils in this city. If we were to disappear from that, it would leave a power vacuum that somebody would come in, and there's no guarantee that that person wouldn't be so much worse. So it's kind of like this like righteous, almost a righteous sense of, we keep the peace on the streets and do business the way we do it to keep what's about to happen from happening.
Well, and then Bran will just kind of reiterate that you seem, we might get out of this, but you seem to be caught, and no evil is a valid option to some evil, and you could go straight, and like Bran understands it'll be messy and it'll be bad, and he might still lose, but he's just putting it on the table of going 100% legit against the other crime families.
I'd say you definitely get the sense that he's heard what you're saying, and he, politely but sternly tells you he'll keep it under advisement. But he still needs time to think and formulate a strategy.
That's fine.
And he'll keep that under the possible options. What else are you doing with your... Are you going around town and looking into things at all?
The last thing...
Oh, because you were doing
the history of the town, especially the ancient history.
Yeah, and then you were also looking into any potential leads into that as well, right?
Accountants and shady accountants.
Right. That we're going to deal with, but you were also wanting to look into the thing you've been sent to look into, correct?
Yeah.
If I remember that right.
And if Nyx was part of that last conversation, that's fine as well.
I think you're afforded the ability to have that in private if you'd like. If you would like her there, she could have been there for that.
If she was there, Bran would still hold that conversation. He wouldn't necessarily do it in private.
I'm going to leave it up to you whether she was there or not, because it's kind of depends on the timing of how you get there. It's not like she's constantly in her father's presence. So narratively, I'm giving you the option to choose whether she was there for that or not, however you feel.
I'll say yes then. Nyx was there for my suggestion to go straight.
All right. Nyx, you were there for that whole conversation. A little bit at times kind of a political debate as to whether, Braren obviously playing more of the, like, you can do 100% good, and Kaylin playing more of the realist philosophy of, ideals are great, but ideals get you killed. Ideals don't always work out because people are imperfect. And it's kind of like there's a little bit of respect from your father in this, because Braren is coming with an angle of trying to help, but also a little bit of an attitude from your father of, yeah, okay, I'll take it, I'll listen to it, I'll think about it, but also, like, knowing your father, you're not sure if he would actually go that route or not. With things going very terribly, it's a possibility, but you doubt that your family would just up and change business without at least trying to keep the status quo. Drift, what was your investigation check?
8.
Things that you find out, the price of meat's gone up in the harbor or in the market.
Well, I'd actually say that it's not so much he's going to investigate, but he really took like a mental note of the point that Braren made of if they had been at this filtering in the counterfeit coins for weeks, like for a month, and the chips are supposed to be checked every week, at least once, that hadn't been caught. He's going to like the security in the casinos and making sure that they're following proper procedure, making sure like this never happens again.
Okay. I'll say you're able to brainstorm with not brainstorm. You find a couple laxes, a couple of the properties. It seems more of just like people taking shortcuts to get the job done to get home quicker.
Yeah.
There is a person missing from one of the casinos. I'll message you a name, a little bit of details on that throughout the week. One last thing that you all kind of pick up on throughout the week, the price of meat's gone up. Rumor is somebody's buying a lot of meat and shipping it east out of the city on carts, which is kind of strange. Somebody's talking about some strange, they call them wet coins, that have been being used in the market for various things. And it seems like there's a rumor going around town that some of the homeless have been disappearing.
Would any of the children have been part of this disappearing?
I guess we'll have to find out next week when you go and investigate the missing people.
First of all, I just want to say I hate the concept of wet coins.
I guess you'll have to investigate what a wet coin is. So
I hate it.
That is all I have for this evening. How's everybody feeling?
Good.
Let's have a quick. I'm gonna redeem a monologue on everybody because some stuff's happening in the city of Stiltshaven, and I just want to know what you all are thinking here. We'll start with Drift. What's your inner monologue?
I'd say that Drift, like, he considers the family to be his, even though he knows technically he is not part of the family. And knowing that they're being set up, his thought process right now is that he will leave a wake of bodies finding the answers to bring who's responsible broken to the feet of Kalen.
Okay. Let's go with Nalvinia next. What's Nalvinia's monologue? What are her
Lavinia's
thoughts?
monologue is that she's gonna get revenge on Bran at some point, or she's extremely upset with Bran at some point. The second thing is she's out of her element here. There's no animals, there's no trees, it's just people and money and numbers, and she is limited in her ability to help. She likes Nyx. She thinks Drift is cool. Bran's on thin ice, rapidly melting. But she doesn't really know how she's invested in all this. Kind of like, I can't help. I don't even know why I want to help. Why am I here?
Yeah.
Why am I here, Span?
That's fair.
What am I doing?
Bran, what are you thinking?
Bran is starting to think that everything's connected. Someone's just giving magical creatures into the party, just as the whole Vesprax family is starting to fall. And for what he was sent to do anyway, he's starting to wonder if it's all connected and it's all one giant conspiracy. He's just wondering what else he can do to connect it all and bring it all out into the light.
Oh, I did forget one thing that you guys do all discover. There's also a rumor going around town that the Admiral has some sort of lover. Supposedly a large chair, like large, well-made chair, sort of like something you would almost expect as like a potential dowry or engagement present, was delivered to his house, and is very happy to receive the chair. Rumors are spreading all around town about who it might be. Nobody's really sure.
So, just for the record, I actually went into my notes and started writing down Admiral has relationship, and then fucking deleted it all because fuck.
I'm writing it down. I'm fucking writing it down.
And Nyx, what are your thoughts?
Nyx is in a little bit of a panic because her family is on the brink of war or, disowning, and not disowning, but like ruin. And the fact that clearly somebody that knows the family closely to be able to make these things is pissing her off. And she wants to find the person, and she wants to torture them to death.
All right. Well, with that, let's have Fox give us some closing announcements while I find us a raid. Thank you to all the raiders who came out tonight. I really appreciate you all.
Yes. Once again, thank you to all the raiders and for the 10 gifted subs. That was really nice. We appreciate the support, and check out our other stuff, because we're Quest and Dress and we don't just stream 2 times a week. Sometimes we stream 3 times a week. Today was our Viridia Roots of Ruin campaign run by Booty. On Sundays will be the Herald of Rain campaign run by me. If you'd like assassins, Middle Eastern conflicts, stuff like that, you can come check us out on Sunday, or you can check us out in this coming Tuesday, where Minfa will be running When Nine Lives Rise, a more high fantasy, magical gods are falling and other gods and deities are rising, which is also cool. So yeah, you're bound to find something you like. And we also do other stuff. You can check out our YouTube, Discord, all the links in chat. Azrael does TikToks occasionally, Booty does his own individual streaming, and Springer does knives. Excellent knives for hamsters to stab annoying sorcerers who set them on fire with, that I shall be making use of. So look forward to that. I believe we should be looking for a raid at this time.
Yeah, we are going to be raiding into Vicious Camaraderie. Let me get it queued up for you all here.
Sweet.
Raid train.
Raid train.
Yep, keep the raid train growing. Growing.
Going and growing.
Good. Both work.
Yep, both work. We will be back here on Sunday for the Herald of Rain campaign. We appreciate, again, all the raiders who came out, all the new viewers, all the new subs. Be sure to continue to tune in as we find out if Nyx's family is able to pull themselves out of this pickle that they find themselves in. Who knows?
Or enjoy the bath.
Yeah, or enjoy the inevitable bloodbath. We'll see what happens. But we are Quest and Jess, and we will see you all back here Sunday. And all that's left to say is bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye bye.